Direct from 101 Productions, it's time for American Music Weekly with John Gatins.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to American Music Weekly. Every week at this time, we play you the latest musical trends and biggest hits from the USA. And this week in history, in 1886, Apache Chief Geronimo surrenders, ending the last major U.S. Indian War.
Sector 1. Hits from the featured year. The Hot 100 highest new entry. And the birthday file. Sector 2. Album time with tracks from the featured album. The top classical soundtrack and jazz albums. And America's #1 album. Sector 3. Hits from the featured year. From the Other Side. And the Hall of Fame. Sector 4. The All Hits section including America's #1 song. Sector 1. Hits from the featured year. The Hot 100 highest new entry. And the birthday file.
And this week in a featured year of 1975, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds from Elton John was America's #1 song.
This song was a #1 in our featured year. It's 1975.
Quite slowly, a girl with kaleidoscope eyes. Cellophane flowers of yellow and green, towering over your head. Look for the girl with the sun in her eyes, and she's gone. By a fountain where rocking horse people eat marshmallow pie. Everyone smiles as you drift past the flowers that grow so incredibly high. Newspaper taxis appear on the shore, waiting to take you away. Climb in the back, leave station with plasticine porters with looking glass ties. Suddenly someone is there at the turnstile, the girl with kaleidoscope eyes. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Oh, Lucy in the sky, Lucy. 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 Lucy in the sky, Lucy.
Elton John, number one this week in our featured year of 1975 with the Beatles song Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, and that was at number one for 2 weeks, and it was also a carryover from 1974 when it started the number one slot. And 1975 in the US was a very, very successful year for Elton John, as you'll be hearing a little bit later on in today's programme. And the highest new entry in this week's Hot 100 comes from Post Malone featuring Doja Cat, I Like You, a Happier Song.
Oh girl, I like you, I do. I wanna be a friend, go shopping in a Benz, I like you, I do. I hit you in a land, can you fit me in your plans, I like you, I do. We went over to France and we woke up in Japan, I like you, I do. Oh girl, I know you only like it fancy, so I pull up in that Maybach Annie. Yeah, your boyfriend will never understand me, cause I'm about to pull this girl like a hammy. Let's take a little dip, little lady. Hit PCH from Eddie. Yeah, I've been thinking lately that I need someone to save me. Now that I'm famous, I got hoes all around me, but I need a good girl, I need someone to ground me. So please be true, don't fuck around with me. I need someone to share this heart with me. Fill you up and run it back again. Oh girl, I like you, I do. I wanna be a friend, go shopping in a Benz, I like you, I do. I hit you in a land, can you fit me in your plans, I like you, I do. We went over to France and we woke up in Japan, I like you, I do, I do.
Let me know when you're free, cause I've been trying to hit it all week, babe. Why you acting all sweet? I know that you want it on me, yeah. Get a little OT, but ain't shit new to a freak. Let me drop bands for that jewel in your teeth. He let the way I drip, turn that pool to the beach. And I coulda caught the Birkin, but I cops the lead. Why we got the same taste for the finer things. Brand new nigga with the same routine. Now we got me on a leash, cause we said no strings. You know I'm cool with that. So the pussy, you ain't get sued for that. Wonder what a nigga might do for that. I could be a shocker where roof is at. 80 in the Benz when that roof go back. They don't wanna see us get too okay. I just got a feeling that we might be friends for a long, long time. You don't mind, and you know I like you for that.
Girl, I like you, I do. I wanna be a friend, go shopping in a Benz, I like you, I do. I hit you in a land, can you fit me in your plans, I like you, I do. We went over to France and we woke up in Japan, I like you,
highest new entry in this week's Hot 100. In at number 19 from Post Malone and Doja Cat. That's I Like You, A Happier Song.
You can email the show at johninstudio101@mail.com or message and phone on 078838545656.
On American Music Weekly, it's time to open the birthday file.
And this week in the birthday file, we say happy 87th birthday to Clarence Carter. Clarence Carter, born on the 14th of January 1936 in Montgomery, Alabama. And we're going to play his most famous song, and this one is Patches.
I was born and raised down in Alabama on a farm way back up in the woods. I was so ragged that folks used to call me Patches. Papa used to tease me about it, of course deep down inside he was hurt because he'd done all he could. My papa was a great old man. I can see him with a shovel in his hand. See, education he never had. He did wonders when the times got bad. The little money from the crops he raised barely paid the bills we made. Oh, life had kicked him down to the ground. When he tried to get up, life would kick him back down. One day, Papa called me to his dying bed, put his hands on my shoulder, then in tears he said, Patches, I'm depending on your son to pull the family through. My son, it's all left up to you. 2 days later, Papa passed away, and I became a man that day. So I told Mama I was gonna quit school, but she said that was Daddy's strictest rule. So every morning before I went to school, I fed the chickens and I chopped wood too. Sometimes I felt that I couldn't go on. I wanted to leave, just run away from home. But I would remember what my daddy said, with tears in his eyes on his dying bed. He said, Patches, I'm depending on you, son. I've tried to do my best. It's up to you to do the rest. Then one day a strong rain came and washed all the crops away. And at the age of 13, I thought I was carrying the weight of the whole world on my shoulders. And you know, Mama knew what I was going through, 'cause every day I had to work the fields, 'cause that's the only way we got our meals. See, I was the oldest of the family, and everybody else depended on me. Every night I heard my mama pray, Lord, give him strength to make another day. So years have passed and all the kids are grown. The angels took Mama to a brand new home. Lord knows, people, I shedded tears, but my daddy's voice kept me through the years, saying, Patches, I'm depending on your son to pull the family through. My son, it's all left up to you. Oh, I can still hear Papa's voice say, Patches, I'm depending on your son. I've tried to do my best. It's up to you to do the rest. I can still hear Papa when he said, Patches, I'm depending on your son.
This week's birthday file featured Clarence Carter, 87th birthday today, in fact. And that was Patches.
American Music Weekly is available online on apps and on your smart speakers. You can find it on Spreaker.com, on your favorite podcasts, including Amazon and Google, and on YouTube and SoundCloud, and on Facebook and Twitter. You can also join the American Music Weekly Facebook page.
Sector 2. Album time with tracks from the featured album. The top classical soundtrack and jazz albums. And America's #1 album.
From this week's featured year, it's the American Music Weekly featured album. It's 1975.
It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but Boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. If I was a sculptor, but then again, no, or a man who makes potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in the words how wonderful life is while you're in the world. I sat on the roof, picked out the moss. Well, a few of the verses, well, they've got me quite cross. But the sun's been quite kind while I wrote this song. It's for people like you that keep it turned on. So excuse me for getting, but these things I do, you see, I've forgotten if they're green or they're blue. Anyway, the thing is, what I really mean, yours are the sweetest eyes I've ever seen. And you can tell everybody this is the song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in the words how wonderful life is while you're in the world. I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in the words how wonderful life is while you're in the world.
The top-selling song in the US in 1975, our featured year, and that was Elton John's greatest hits, and that track, of course, was Your Song. And as I said, 75 was a very, very successful year for Elton in the USA, and we'll be taking another track from that album a little bit later in today's show.
Previous editions of American Music Weekly are available on your usual favorite listening platforms.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby.
I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me.
Behind me,
Where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly.
birds
Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh, why can't I?
birds fly over the rainbow. Why and oh why can't I?
Still the nation's top classical album, A Family Christmas from the Bocelli family, and that was Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And the top soundtrack this week is Encanto The Highlights, and this is We Don't Talk About Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno, no, no, no. We don't talk about Bruno. But it was my wedding day. We were getting ready and there wasn't a cloud in the sky.
No clouds allowed in the sky.
Bruno walks in with a mischievous grin.
Thunder.
You're telling this story or am I?
I'm sorry, maybe that go wrong.
Bruno says it looks like rain.
Why should he tell us?
In doing so, he floods my brain.
Abuela gets the umbrella.
Buried in a hurricane.
What a joyous day, but anyway, we don't talk about Bruno, no, no, no. We don't talk about Bruno.
Grew to live in fear, Bruno stuttering or stumbling. I can always hear him sort of muttering and mumbling. I associate him with the sound of falling sand. It's a heavy lift with a gift so humbling. Always left Abuela and the family fumbling, grappling with prophecies they couldn't understand. Do you understand?
7 foot frame, right so long his back. When he calls your name, it all fades to black. Yeah, he sees your dreams, feasts on your screams. We don't talk about Bruno, no, no, no. We don't talk about Bruno.
He told me my fish would die the next day. Dead.
No, no. He told me I'd grow a gut, and just like he said, that all my hair would disappear. Now look at my hair. Your fate is sealed when your prophecy is fair.
He told me that the life of my dreams would be promised and someday be mine. He told me that my power would grow like the grapes that thrive on the vine.
Oye, Mariano's on his
He
way.
told me that the man of my dreams would be just out of reach, betrothed to another. It's like I hear him
Hey, sis.
now.
I want not a sound out of
now. I can hear him now.
Bruno. Yeah, about that Bruno. I really need to know about Bruno. Give me the truth and the whole truth, Bruno.
Isabella, your boyfriend here.
Time for dinner.
7 foot frame, my wedding day is ready. When he
The top soundtrack, Encanto Highlights, and that, of course, was We Don't Talk About Bruno. And the top jazz album this week comes from Frank Sinatra, The Ultimate Sinatra, and this is I Get a Kick Out of You.
I get no kick from champagne. Mere alcohol, it doesn't move me at all. So tell me, why should it be true that I get a kick out of you? Some like the bop type refrain. I'm sure that if I heard even one riff, 'twould bore me terrifically too. Yet I get a kick out of you. I get a kick every time I see you standing there before me. I get a kick, though it's clear to me you obviously don't adore me. I get no kick in a plane, flying too high with some gal in the sky is my idea of nothing to do. Yet I get a kick out of you. I get a kick every time I see you standing there before me. I get a kick, though it's clear to me you obviously do not adore me. I get no kick in a plane, flying too high with some gal in the sky is my idea of nothing to do. Yet I get a kick, yes, I get a kick, yes, I get a kick out of you.
John Gaydens plays the biggest songs from the USA on American Music Weekly. From this week's featured year, it's the American Music Weekly featured album. It's 1975.
When are you gonna come down? When are you going to line? I should have stayed on the phone. I should have listened to my own mind. You know you can't hold me forever. I didn't sign up with you. I'm not a present for your friends to open. This boy's too young to be singing the blues. You can't plant me in your penthouse. I'm going back to my plow, back to the howling old island woods, hunting the hornet-back toad. Oh, I found a little side of my future life beyond the yellow brick road. think you'll do then? I bet they shoot down the plane. It'll take you a couple of accurate minutes to set you on your feet again. Maybe you'll get a replacement. There's plenty like me to be found. Mongrels who ain't got a penny, sniffing for tips like you. On the ground. So goodbye, yellow big road, where the dogs of society howl. You can't plant me in your penthouse. Going back to my plow, back to the howling old out in the woods, cutting the haunted back toe. Oh, I found it inside my future lies beyond the gathering
Our featured album this week came from 1975, and that was Elton John from the Greatest Hits album, which stayed at number 1 for 5 weeks, and that track was Goodbye, Yellow Brick Road.
American Music Weekly plays America's #1 album.
I'm still a fan even though it's salty. Hate to see you with some other but know you happy. Hate to see you happy if I'm not the one driving. I'm so mature, I'm so mature, I'm so mature. It got me a therapist to tell me there's other men I ain't doing one night, I just want you. If I can't have you, no one should. I might kill my ex. Not the best idea. His new girlfriend's next. How I get here. I might kill my ex. I still love him though. Rather be in jail than alone. I get the sense that it's a lost cause. I get the sense that you might really love her. This text gon' be evidence. This text is evidence. I try to ration with you, no murder's a crime of passion. But damn, you was out of reach. You was at the farmer's market with your perfect peach. Now I'm in the basement, planning on my patient. Now you laying face down, got me singing over a beat. I'm so mature, I'm so mature, I'm so mature. I got me a therapist to tell me there's other men I know. One night, I just want you. If I can't have you, no one will. I might kill my ex. Not the best idea. His new girlfriend's next. How'd I get here? I might kill my ex. I still love him though. Rather be in jail than alone. I did it all for love. I did it all, no drugs. I did all of this sober. I did it all for us. Oh, I did it all for love. I did all of this on no drugs. I did all of this sober. Don't you know I did it all for us? I just killed my ex. Not the best idea. Killed his girlfriend next. How'd I get here? I just killed my ex. I still love him though. Rather be in hell than alone.
America's top-selling album this week, SOS from SZA, and that was Kill Bill.
The biggest hits and the latest music trends from the USA every week on American Music Weekly with John Gatins.
Sector 3. Hits from the featured year. From the Other Side. And the Hall of Fame.
This song was a number 1 in our featured year. It's 1975.
I've been walking these streets so long, singing the same old song. I know every crack in these dirty sidewalks of Broadway, where hustle's the name of the game, and nice guys get washed away like the snow and the rain. There's been a load of compromising on the road to my horizon, but I'm gonna be where the lights are shining on me, like a rhinestone cowboy, riding out on a horse in a star-spangled rodeo, like a rhinestone cowboy, getting cards and letters from people I don't even know, and offers coming over the phone. Well, I really don't mind the rain, and a smile can hide all the pain, but you're down when you're riding the train that's taking the long way. And I dream of the things I'll do with a subway token and a dollar tucked inside my shoe. There'll be a load of compromising on the road to my horizon, but I'm gonna be where the lights are shining on me, like a rhinestone cowboy, riding out on a horse in a star-spangled rodeo, rhinestone cowboy, getting cards and letters from people I don't even know, and offers coming over the phone. Like a rhinestone cowboy, riding out on a horse in a star-spangled rodeo, like a rhinestone cowboy, getting cards and letters from people I don't even know, like a rhinestone cowboy, riding out on a horse in a star-spangled rodeo.
Another number one song from our featured year of 1975, Rhinestone Cowboy from Glen Campbell, and that was at number one for 2 weeks.
The American Music Weekly Hot Trending Song is powered by Twitter.
말론 표현할 수 없지만 Girl you gotta know you got that vibe 내 미소는 fine art 내 영혼을 깨워 You got me feeling so right Yeah it's a vibe Yeah This gon' be the one and only theme song 너에게만 고정된 내 시선 내게 너란 하나뿐인 미션 불가능은 없어 baby lights camera action 나란 음악 위에 너는 top line 너란 도시 위에 나는 skyline 넌 내 영화 속의 highlight 어두운 밤하늘 끝에 twilight Just gets better 널 처음부터 전쟁하고 싶은 매력 You don't know how I want your love 밤이 끝나기 전에 baby You got that vibe baby 해 뜰 때까지 Look at me, look at me, look at me watch Look at me, look at me, look at me got that vibe baby 해 질 때까지 Look at you, look at you, look at me watch Look at me why so vibe This gon' be the one and only anthem 감각적인 sixth 반지 짜릿해 수만 잡아도 간주 노래만 나기 전까지 내 세상엔 암주 난 아무도 위 너는 spotlight 너란 한강 위 나는 남산 너 완벽할 순 없잖아 눈밤하늘 끝에 twilight I can feel it 너란 공간에 갇혀버렸어 you
matrix. You don't know I want your love. 이 밤이 끝나기 전에 baby we got that vibe baby 해 뜰 때까지 Look at me, look at me, look at me nudge. Look at me, look at me, you know we got that vibe baby 해 뜰 때까지 Look at you, look at you, look at me nudge. Look at me why survive. Look at the stars 밝게 빛나는 달 어쨌든 나의 우릴 비춰주고 있잖아.
날 보는 너의 눈빛과 너를 계속 느끼고 싶어.
You gotta know you got that
vibe, baby. 해 뜰 때까지
Look at me, look at me, look at me nudge.
vibe.
You know we got that
vibe, baby.
해질 때까지 Look at you, look at you, look at me nudge.
Look at me why survive.
The American Music Weekly Hot Trending Song powered by Twitter. That is Vibe, and that comes from Taeyang featuring Jimin.
From the other side on American Music Weekly, an American artist with a number 1 in the UK in our featured year. It's 1975.
If I had money, I'd go out, buy your first dress, you like a queen, and in a chauffeured limousine, we'd look so fine. But I'm an ordinary guy, and my pockets are empty. Just an ordinary guy, but I'm yours till I die. I can't give you anything but my love, but my love. I can't give you anything but my love, but my love. How can I promise you the world? Can't afford any fancy things. I cannot buy you diamond rings, no string of pearls. But my devotion I will give, all my love just to you, girl. My devotion I will give, for as long as I live. I can't give you anything but my love, but my love. I can't give you anything but my love, but my love. I can't give you anything but my love.
American Music Weekly from the other side, an American artist with a number 1 in the UK in our featured year of 1975. from the Stylistics, Can't Give You Anything But My Love, and that stayed at the number 1 slot for 3 weeks.
This is American Music Weekly with John Gatins.
On American Music Weekly, it's time to enter the Hall of Fame.
Just like the wide-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Just like the wide-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Ooh, baby, ooh, say ooh. And the days go by like a strand in the wind, in the web that is my own. I begin again. Said to my friend, baby, nothing else matters. He was no more than a baby then. When he seemed broken hearted, something within him. But the moment that I first laid eyes on you, I'm all alone on the edge of 17. Just like the wide-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Ooh, baby, ooh, ooh. Just like the wide-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Said ooh, baby, ooh, said ooh. Well, I went today, maybe I will go again tomorrow. Yeah, yeah, well, the music there, well, it was hauntingly familiar. When I see you doing what I tried to do for me, with their words on it, poetry, voice on it, fire and a melody, and nothing else mattered. Just like the wide-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Ooh, baby, ooh, say ooh. Just like the wide-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Said ooh, baby, ooh, say ooh. The clouds never expected when it rains, but the sea changes color, but the sea does not change. Slow is the slow, graceful flow of age. I went forth with an angel desire to breathe on the edge of 17. Just like the wide-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Ooh, baby, ooh, said ooh. Just like the wide-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Ooh, baby, ooh, said ooh. Well, then suddenly there was no one left standing in the hall. Yeah, yeah, with a flood of tears that no one really ever heard for at all. When I went searching for an answer, standing down the hall, and not to find an answer, just to hear the call of a night bird singing, come away, come away, come away. Just like the wide-winged
In the Hall of Fame, we have reached the letter N, and that was Stevie Nicks, Edge of 17, and that was taken from her Belladonna album in 1981.
This song was a number one in our featured year. It's 1975.
The biggest selling song in our featured year of 1975 from Captain Anthony, Love Will Keep Us Together, and that was at number one for 4 weeks.
You're listening to American Music Weekly with John Gatins.
Sector 4. The All Hits section, including America's number one song.
How can you see into my eyes like open doors, leading you down into my core, where I become so numb without a soul. My spirit's sleeping somewhere until you
believe I couldn't see. Kept in the dark, but you were there in front of me.
I've been sleeping 1,000 years, it seems. Got to open my eyes to everything.
Without thought, without a voice, without a soul. So when we die here, it lost itself in love.
Bring me to
Wake me up.
Wake me up inside.
I can't wake up.
Wake me up inside.
Save me.
Call my name and save me from the dark.
Wake me up.
Bid my blood to run.
I can't wake up.
Before I come undone.
Save me.
Save me from the nothing I've become.
I've been living a lie. There's nothing inside.
This week's top rock song, Bring Me to Life from Evanescence featuring Paul McCartney. And the top Latin song this week is Babe Dame from Fuerza Regida and Grupo Frontera.
Fierro. De las cumbias originales con mis compas Grupo Frontera.
Y Fuerza Rígida, compadre.
Fierro, pues, márcale, compa Carlos.
¡Sí!
¡Dale, dale!
Tengo tiempo pensando en los dos, si podemos arreglar la situación. Lo nuestro es una guerra en el amor, defiendo lo que me pide el corazón.
Quiero comerte yo todos los días, me enamorabas con lo que decías, tenerte de nuevo en mis fantasías. Bebé, lo que te pido, ven, dame. Lo que te exijo, no quisiera que pase otro día y no te vea al amanecer.
Bebé, lo que te pido, ven, dame. Lo que te exijo, no quisiera que pase otro día y no te vea al amanecer. Tengo 1000 planes, propuestas para amar, tú y yo en la soledad.
Te escribí un poema para enamorarte, solo quiero amarte.
Yo aquí te espero, solo vente, 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 yo lo hago diferente.
Yo aquí te espero, solo vente, 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 no sales de mi mente.
Yo aquí te espero, solo vente, 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 yo sé cómo quererte. Dime que sí, voy a tenerte. Quiero comerte yo todos los días, me enamorabas con lo que decías, tenerte de nuevo es mi fantasía. Bebé, lo que te pido, ven, dame. Lo que te exijo, no quisiera que pase otro día y no te vea al amanecer. Bebé, lo que te pido, ven, dame. Lo que te exijo, no quisiera que pase otro día y no te vea al amanecer.
Tengo 1000 planes, propuestas para amar, tú y yo en la soledad.
Te escribí un poema para enamorarte, solo quiero amarte.
Yo aquí te espero, solo vente, 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 lo hago diferente.
Yo aquí te espero, solo vente, 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 no sales de mi mente.
Yo aquí te espero, solo vente, 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 yo sé cómo quererte.
Dime que sí, voy a tenerte.
This week's top Latin song from Fierzo Rogita and Grupo Frontera, Beeb Dame.
John Gatons plays the biggest songs from the USA on American Music Weekly.
Lift me up, hold me down, keep me close, safe and sound. Burning in a hopeless dream. Hold me when you go to sleep. Keep me in the warmth of your love when you depart. Keep me safe, safe and sound. Lift me up, hold me down, keep me close, safe and sound. Drowning in an endless sea. Take some time and stay with me. Keep me in the strength of your arms. Keep me safe, safe and sound. Lift me up, hold me down, keep me safe, safe and sound. Burning in a hopeless dream. Hold me when you go to sleep. Keep me safe. We need light. We need love. Lift me up in your arms. I need love. I need love. I need love. Hold me. 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 We need light. We need love.
This week's top R&B song from Rihanna, Lift Me Up. And the top country song this week comes from Lainey Wilson, Heart Like a Truck.
I never stay in one place too long. A dirt road singing me a siren song. I gotta find a field. I need to spin my wheels. I got a hankering for 4 wide tires, and I can't help it. It's the way I'm wired. Boy, you get too close. Boy, you need to know. I got a heart like a truck. It's been drugged dust, yeah. Shine it up, rev it up, and let it run, yeah. It gets a high riding off into the sun, yeah. I got a heart like a truck. It's been drugged through the mud. Runs on dreams and gasoline. And that old highway holds a key. It's got a leg foot down when it's sleeping. Lord knows it's taking a hell of a beating. A little bit of love is all that it's needing. But it's good as it is tough. I got a heart like a truck. Wanna see if you can knock off the dust, yeah. Shine it up, rev it up, and let it run, yeah. It gets a high riding off into the sun, yeah. It gets a high riding off into the sun.
Until next week, when we open the American Music Weekly, Antihero from Taylor Swift returns to the top slot and is America's #1 song.
American Music Weekly plays America's #1 song.
I have this thing where I get older, but just never wiser. Midnights become my afternoons. When my depression works the graveyard shift, all of the people I've ghosted stand there in the room. I should not be left to my own devices. They come with prices and vices. I end up in crisis. Feels all this time. I wake up screaming from dreaming. One day I'll watch as you're leaving, 'cause you got tired of my scheming. For the last time, it's me. Hi, I'm the problem, it's me. At tea time, everybody agrees. I'll stare directly at the sun, but never in the mirror. It must be exhausting, always rooting for the anti-hero. Sometimes I feel like everybody is a sexy baby, and I'm a monster on the hill. Too big to hang out, slowly lurching toward your favorite city. Pierced through the heart, but never killed. Did you hear my covert narcissism? Like disguise as altruism, like some kind of consciousness. All this time, I wake up screaming from dreaming. One day I'll watch as you're leaving, and life will lose all its meaning. For the last time, it's me. Hi, I'm the problem, it's me. At tea time, everybody agrees. I'll stare directly at the sun, but never in the mirror. It must be exhausting, always rooting for the anti-hero. I have this dream, my daughter-in-law kills me for the money. She thinks I left them in the will. The family gathers around and reads it, and then someone screams out, she's laughing up at us from hell. It's me. I am the problem, it's me. It's me. I am the problem, it's me. It's me. Hi. Everybody agrees, everybody agrees. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem, it's me. I'm the problem, it's me. Time, everybody agrees. I'll stare directly at the sun, but never in the mirror. It must be exhausting, always rooting for the anti-hero.
American Music Weekly is brought to you by 101 Productions.